Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. Tonight it's time for Toy Tuesday. We are shooting this live from my shop, so we're going to give everybody a few seconds to jump on here. If you are watching this after the fact, we're going to take about a 20 or 30 second pause here and let some people start jumping on with us. So we'll give them a second, and then we'll be ready to roll into tonight's episode on Toy Tuesday, where we cover toys and memorabilia. Okay, we've got a few people jumping on with us now. So, if you read the title tonight, it may sound a little weird. Avon, yes, Avon Collectibles, believe it or not. And this was a viewer request. I've seen the comments pop up a couple times. Somebody wanted to see some Avon, and I thought they brought up a very good point. Avon did make a ton of car collectible pieces. And, you know, I remember when I was a little kid back in the 70s and 80s, the Avon car stuff was apparently pretty popular. They made a ton of it. I remember seeing it. They made kind of some neat pieces. A lot of it was not extremely highly detailed. I mean, they were cologne bottles, essentially. And I don't know if the cologne was any good or not, but they made a ton of automotive-themed stuff, along with trains and planes and Western-themed, all kinds of stuff. It's kind of a niche market now. They're not extremely collectible. They are neat pieces. The boxes are very colorful. But one nice thing about this stuff is some of it's kind of cool, and it doesn't cost a fortune to get into it. If you like them and you think they're cool, a lot of this Avon stuff is $10, $20 a piece, maybe 30 for some of the more rare stuff. So it's not real high dollar stuff. So if you're looking to get into some cool collectibles, want something that looks going to look cool on the shelf, be good conversation pieces, this Avon stuff really fits the bill there. It's like I said, you're not going to break the bank to buy it, and there's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I've got 2 or 3 boxes of it. I had to sort through some stuff to grab a handful for tonight to cover. And if you guys like it and you want to see some more, I can always get the rest of it out for another episode. So we'll take a look at some of this Avon stuff, and then we'll grab another handful out of the box of old badges to wrap up here in a little bit. So anyway, let's flip the camera around. Let's take a look at some Avon automotive collectibles. Kind of give you a quick overview of what I got laid out here. They had some really early stuff. They had some stuff that was fairly current in the 70s and 80s. They had cars from the 50s. They had just kind of a smattering of whatever. So I guess we'll start up here in the corner with this fire truck. Like I said, they had colorful, bright boxes. They just had this one advertised as a 1910 firefighter. Like I said, these are not highly detailed. Most of these are a glass bottle with a plastic section that hid the cap, which was the case with this fire truck. The back comes off, and there's the cap. So, not extremely highly detailed, but cool pieces. The next one we've got here, once again, bright, colorful box for the 1908 Thomas Flyer. This was the Wild Country aftershave. And we look at the car. And once again, you know, the glass bottle, you know, they do what they can with the glass. They do have some plastic additions to this one with the seats and the tank. And they kind of look like the shape, but that's kind of about what they can do. The spare tire back here was your cap on this particular one. The next one we had was a Sterling 6 with the Ty Winds aftershave. Basic green glass bottle, and the spare tire came off to get to the cologne. We'll jump back up to the top here, staying with some of the earlier stuff. They made it, you know, the iconic coffin nose cord. Once again with the Wild Country. There again, the body of the car is glass, plastic roof, and the rear tail of the car was actually the cap. The next one we've got was the silver Duesenberg. And they really did this one up right. It's all silver. It's all bright chrome, the entire thing. Once again, the tail is the cap on this one. And once again, not extreme fine detail, but you can get a pretty good idea of what you're looking at and what it is. Got a couple cars from the 50s that they did Avon bottles out of, the 55 Thunderbird. Once again, just a basic blue bottle in the shape of the car with the tail that came off to hide as your cap. Another 50s car they did, the 51 Studebaker. Once again designed as a Starlight Coupe with the tail that spins off to hide your cap. Kind of a bluish green bottle. You can make out the bullet nose, but once again, not extremely high detail. The last one I've got laid out, since a lot of these were done in the 70s and 80s, they had to squeeze in a van. It's the Avon Fantastic. Now this one they got pretty fancy with. Obviously we've got just the basic glass bottle in purple. The front end on this one comes off to reveal the cap. But to really dress up your Avon Fantastic, it came with a decal set. Windshield, grill, windows, tires and wheels, and even awesome graphics for the side of your Fantastic. So, some of this stuff they did get pretty creative with. And like I said, if you guys like this, we can always dig some more of them out. I've got a couple more boxes of them here. Some of the other stuff I even had laid out here. Some of these other ones, most of these I'm keeping. A few of these over here that I've got off the side, I am going to sell. There's the Avon Triumph TR3, 68 Porsche with spicy aftershave in the Porsche. And even some of these other ones. They did a side wheel steamboat, trains, the Pony Express, Stagecoach. Any of this stuff that basically would sell product. You know, it didn't have to be the fanciest, it didn't have to be the nicest, it needed to sell product, and that's what they did it for. Just like any good promotion would do. Obviously it worked, they did it for years, they had a lot of different cars that they made in it. You know, I remember a 53 Skylark they did that had a windshield frame that snapped on and it had stickers on it. Like I said, I don't know how many of these they did. I've never really dove into them. We went to an auction a couple years ago, my daughter and I. She thought they were kind of cool, so we picked up a couple boxes of the automotive-themed ones. And that's what we brought you tonight. And like I said, this is a viewer suggestion. And I thought it was a neat idea because this is not something that we typically talk about. It's not a porcelain sign. It's not a promo model. You know, it's not license plates. It's not the normal collectible type things we think about. So I thought it was a neat idea when I saw that comment that, yeah, we can definitely do something like that. So we brought you a few of them out tonight to check out, take a look at, see what you think. And if you want to see more, we'll dig some more out. If nobody likes it, we can leave the rest of them boxed up for later. But something that is not typically thought about in our collectible world, although they kind of are, they were fairly common. Obviously, they must have sold a ton of them for as long as they did and as many different models as they cranked out. So, something a little different. Anyway, I don't know if we're getting any comments tonight because I am not getting them. It has been feeding me. Fed me last Tuesday, and it did feed me Sunday night on our Sunday Night Live chat. But I am not seeing any comments tonight. If you guys are commenting, I apologize that Facebook is not feeding them to me. So, let's reach over into the box of badges and grab a few more badges to look at tonight. Seems like you guys liked some of those last week. I got a long ways to go when it comes to some of these badges, so we'll grab a few of them here and take a look, see what we get tonight. All right. Oh, we got kind of a theme here almost. We got grabbed 5 and I got 3 of the same manufacturer. The Hupp Motor Car Company. Kind of a unique badge. I assume that was probably a VIN badge or VIN tag off of one from who knows when. Obviously well before my time. Kind of a neat piece. There's another Huppmobile. This was not a porcelain badge. And it's kind of scuffed up and dinged up a little bit, but different piece, cool piece. And here's the last Hupp we grabbed. This is another Huppmobile. This one is pretty cool. It is an enamel badge in black and white. And what else we got? Oh, the Buick, the iconic blue and white Buick. Very well-known badge, very common symbol that Buick used up into the early to mid-30s. Good-looking badges, nice scripts, bright blue and white colors on these, so that's always a cool badge to have. And the last one we got for tonight, the Willys Overland Company. I believe this was an enamel badge, but it's been just pretty chipped up. The badge still reads well, still fairly clear, but it has been chipped, and a lot of the enamel and the color's gone. So anyway, that's what we've got for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Something a little bit different, something that you don't normally think about, but still is, not only is it is a collectible in our collector car world, it's something that you don't have to break the bank to get into and find some. Like I said, a lot of stuff can be found in the box for $20. So, and some of it was pretty cool, even though it wasn't the most detailed stuff. But you can put a nice little collection together for, you put a whole collection together for a fraction of what some of these porcelain signs cost for one sign. So, it is a little different avenue to cover, some different things to talk about, some different things to think about. And shoot, if you have one of the cars that they made an Avon bottle out of, it might be kind of cool to have one of those too, just because it's a miniature of your car, just like we do on a lot of the other toy cars we buy when you find something that's like your real car. So, anyway, that's what I've got for tonight. Once again, I still am not getting any comments, so if you guys are commenting, I apologize. Facebook is not feeding them to me at this time. So, that being said, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed checking out something a little bit different, something that we don't always think about. Tomorrow night and Friday night, going to get out to the yard and shoot some more cool stuff. Hopefully it starts drying out. We've had quite a bit of rain the last few days. So, we'll get out there. We'll get some cool stuff put together for you. As always, if you've got any specific questions about vehicles or parts, just give me a call. 620-786-4428. That number's on the pages. And we will see you tomorrow night on Nobody's Show. Hope you enjoyed something that was a little different, kind of out of the box tonight. We'll see what we can come up with for next Toy Tuesday. As always, if you've got comments and suggestions for Toy Tuesday or even for Nobody's Show, be sure to let me know, and I try to work in what I can. I don't catch all the comments. It's impossible between YouTube and Facebook and everything that's coming in. It's just literally impossible to keep up with every single comment. I do try to catch some of them. And I love your ideas. That's where tonight came from, with some of the viewers' ideas. So, anyway, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your evening. Thanks for hanging out with me, checking out some cool stuff. If you're on Facebook, please share my videos with your friends so they can join us and hang out and have a good time. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos. You know, let your friends know about it. This is all old gearhead car type stuff. That's all I know. That's all I'm interested in. That's all I want to do. So. That's why we're here. We're having fun doing it. I'm lucky that you guys are taking some time out of your night to hang out with me. And as always, I can't say thanks enough for doing that. So, thanks a lot, everybody. We will see you tomorrow night on Nobody's Show.